Bhagwan came in, he cut the cake. I went closer, I said, Swami. He said, Bhaktulu, Bhaktulu. This was November 2010. Bhagwan's birthday celebrations, 23rd November. Teeming crowds had gathered in the Hillview Stadium for the evening program. But the institutions that generally bake a cake for Bhagwan on his birthday had not had the opportunity to get the cake cut because Bhagwan and the devotees were in the stadium in the morning. So we got word that the cake could wait in the Kulwant Hall. As Bhagwan leaves to the stadium, he would come into Kulwant Hall, cut the cakes. So all the institutions, the hospitals, the colleges, the school, everybody. About a couple of cakes, 7, 8 cakes. So a couple of us concerned with, in our campus, about 4 or 5 of us, because I happened to be the staff convener that year. So in my capacity as the staff convener, I was there. And the warden, the director, and the people who baked the cake, and all of us were there. So Bhagwan came in, he cut the cake. Of course, that were some electrifying moments because he gave some unforeseen occasions to hold the knife along with him, to cut the cake and to light the lamp. But that apart, Bhagwan cut the cake for everybody's, and then he was coming back. It was already pretty late, about 6 o'clock, 6:30, and crowds had been waiting in the stadium for many hours then. So everybody was making a plea to Swami to get into the car to proceed to the stadium. But Bhagwan went back to the Yajur Mandir, came back with a pile of saris. Then he started distributing saris to all of us who were there. To each of us he gave. And then when Swami was coming back, I was somewhere near the gate. Chair was exiting. The car was ready for Swami to get in to proceed to the stadium. Suddenly Swami muttered something. Now this was very difficult to hear those days. So I went closer, I said, Swami. He said, Bhaktulu, Bhaktulu. He was looking at the empty Kulwant Hall. He was looking around. Only one row of chandeliers were on. Kulwant Hall was empty because the entire space, everybody was in the stadium. He kept looking and he said, Bhaktulu. As soon as I caught it, I said, Swami, Bhaktulandaru Swami kosam stadium lo kaskunnaru Swami. All devotees are waiting for you in the stadium, Swami. That's all. The conversation, of course, Swami took a little more time to get into the car and whatever else. But for me, that one last word that I heard from Swami is Bhaktulu. Because devotees are of prime concern for Bhagwan. And I thought, all the devotees who hear this, all the devotees who are here and who will hear about this, will know that Bhagwan always had devotees on top of his mind. This naturally means that bhakti should be an essential part of our lives. That's when we become Bhaktulu, whichever of us. Sometimes we become such a part of the organization and its activities. Bhakti takes a backstage over karma. In the organization, Bhagwan gives opportunity for karma yoga, bhakti yoga, jnana yoga. When you're doing Narayan Seva, you are in karma yoga. When you are doing bhajans and nagar sankirtan, you are in bhakti yoga. When you are attending a study circle or listening to a satsang talk, you are in jnana yoga. Swami gives a provision. Each of us has a different temperament, and Swami gives the provision for each of us to participate in what suits our nature. But in the process, even while bhajan is bhakti yoga, sometimes we are so caught up with which bhajan to sing, which pitch to sing, who is following, that the bhakti element goes missing. So that's why I feel from that word Bhaktulu, I really feel the message was devotees are always on top of Bhagwan's mind. And bhakti is what makes us a devotee. In the very first discourse, I'm closing, very first discourse that Swami gave, 53, he says people can be divided into 4 categories. The dead, those who do not believe in God or the existence of a higher power, they are all people who believe only in themselves. The sick are the people who come to God only when there is tragedy, only when there is difficulty, and when there is need. The dull, they are the ones who know that God is a supreme power, but they are too lethargic, and off and on, whenever it suits them, when it's convenient, they remember God. The 4th kind, Swami says, are the healthy ones who remember God always, in all circumstances, at all times. Let us all pray to Bhagwan to keep us healthy in this sense and in all senses of the term.